This all started with two brothers out here. They had a dream to start a hunting lodge, and it's transformed into the business that it is today.
Gosh almighty, the brother dynamic out here. I always send my kids the reels of that second born kid, you know, because I'm one of those second born kids. But yeah, you can tell that second born kid, Jeff, Tony, Andy, Zach, Reese, Jameson. The first is more structured, you know, going to thump you on the head, do whatever. And that second one's, you know, bet you won't again, or I'm doing it again, I'm doing it again, I'm doing it again. Like they say, you know, that first one is just there to keep the second one in line, and the second one is there to bend the lines.
If you keep burning them candles, you're going to burn your extension cord up there.
I don't really give a fuck right now, Tony.
Yeah, until you melt that son of a bitch.
What's going on around here?
Hey, fuck you. So I'm fucking bald and gray.
It's not fucking brains pushing your hair out, that's for sure.
We are family.
Brothers are brothers, you know, and there's going to be plenty of fights and plenty of disagreements, but at the end of the day, as long as what you're trying to accomplish is like-minded, then, you know, it's not all bad. Jeff and Tony are great examples of that, because both of them will bitch about each other, but neither one of them really wants to do the other person's job. Like Tony will complain about Jeff being in the office. Jeff will bitch about Tony not ever being out here, but neither one of them wants to cross paths and do the other guy's job. But both of them come from the mindset of, okay, I've got to do this for this to work. And it's always an interesting dynamic whenever those two get into arguments, because Tony sees things one way, Jeff sees things an opposite way, and it makes for some interesting moments out here for sure.
Hey, dumbass. Tony, you remember when I told you yesterday is 5 gallons enough?
I was going on what Andy said.
Oh, so it's Andy's fault.
He didn't measure. When you're working with about 8 inches, you think he's longer than everything else.
I told him 1,500 square feet is what this would get.
So how many gallons short are we going to be?
I don't know.
Probably another 7 gallons.
Can you get it over at Haskell?
Not that.
It don't matter. We're fixing to get rained out. Y'all go do what you're doing. We'll stay here and work.
He's banking on the rain coming. It's the middle of a drought. He's banking on rain.
So you can't get it can you get it at the supply house even?
We can match it.
Okay, that's fine.
Y'all enjoy the air conditioner.
We are one fucking screw short or one anything short. I mean, I don't care what we're doing. If Tony sold a fucking dozen eggs, he'd show up with 11.
Up until our mid-20s and early 20s, we still argued a lot. We disagree on some shit, but we don't argue that much anymore. We're getting old now, but we used to argue and fight a lot. Well, Andy, Zach, and Payne. Andy and Zach both really cared a lot about the hunting business. Payne really didn't. Payne worked out here some, and he guided some hunts and stuff too. Wasn't his cup of tea. He joined the Army. He's doing his thing. Zach and Andy guided and hunt still a lot together.
Got it? You got it. Like riding a bike. Got baby bro out here. Brought him out of retirement for hopefully a banger. We're in a peanut field this morning. Got some specs circling us right now. So it's good to have him out here. He doesn't get to hunt as much anymore, but anytime that he does, it's always a treat. So.
Get him!
Thank you. Dog out, guns on safe. Crazy, probably does it every year. We're gonna start right down here and work my way down. Just hold him there.
No did it. Ones and twos yesterday?
Don't let go. But hold on loosely.
Broke the ice.
Broke the ice. Quit. Get him on the right! Get him on the right! Get him on the right! Thank you. No, just keep it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right side, get him again! Get him again on the right! Get him out front! Get him out front! You've got one, Bryce? Here you go, Corey. And then give Stefan one. Get up! Oh yeah! Oh, dog out, guns on safe. Get him! Oh, watch out, Blake. Get him! They let him go. You. Kill it! Straight out, straight out! Get it!
2.
Two
more.
Just need to pull the snows, man.
That's it. Pull the snows.
Kill it! Kill it! One to go. Kill it! Straight up!
Finally finished. Talk to me, Andy.
We did it! It was not easy. There might have been some tears, definitely some cuss words, but we finally finished. We pulled the white, old Washington trick, you know, oldest trick in Washington state history. And we just scratched out our last puckle belly, so done. We're out of here. Anytime I can hunt with Zach, it's always a special moment because he's moved on. He's got a family about an hour away, and he's a paramedic, and that's a very demanding job. You're not going to have but 3 or 4 hunts with him out in a year, so you better make the most of it. And he's pretty lighthearted. He was out here with the Pacific guys, so him and Trevor bantering off of each other was a lot of fun. Ducks Unlimited, for 85 years, they have been the leader in wetland conservation. They put ducks back into the sky. The prairie pothole region up in Canada is one of their primary focuses. They realize that is where duck habitat is most important. You gotta have healthy mamas and healthy babies to make more ducks in the sky for us hunters. Find a way to get involved with Ducks Unlimited. Start a chapter, join a chapter, whatever you have to do. All of the money that you put up, it all goes back into wetland conservation, and that leads to more ducks in the sky for waterfowl hunters to enjoy every single fall. So get involved with Ducks Unlimited.
The boys are super tight. you know, and especially Andy and Zach. They're around each other a lot. Andy lives here in Knox City. Zach lives in Throckmorton. So they see each other a lot still. But they're super tight and they're very competitive. My house is very competitive. And it's been that way since they were little. It didn't matter what we did, we kept score and somebody won and somebody lost. Now, I might make it easier for Zach or Payne to beat Andy at something because he was much older than them. And then maybe I picked on Payne because he needed it that day and we made sure Payne wasn't going to win. But there was always some kind of altercation and being competitive. And I think competition's a great thing.
I went 2 for 2 right there.
Bullshit, you
I went
did.
2 for 2 right there.
I shot that one.
I went 2 for 2 right there.
Zach
Deal.
shot that one.
Back.
Hold on, bud. Hold on.
But for 100%, I shot the second one.
You shot the second.
Back.
That was mine.
Bullshit.
Even your wife said I shot
That
it.
was his. That first one was
You were getting chips. Back.
fair is fair.
Whose side are you on?
Fair.
I'll come help you.
Well, I shot mine a lot further out, so that's got to count for something.
I call that bullcrap.
Bring him in.
Here. There's a lot of competitiveness between me and Zach, and there always has been. Zach is always very natural at whatever he does. He picks things up very, very quickly, and it was that way in sports. It was that way on goose and duck calls. Zach can just kind of pick it up and make things run. I've got to work at things.
You can tell that wasn't a 410 that hit him.
So what's the score now?
3-2 right now. I'm up.
Unless I can find this. I'm more jealous of Zach than he is of me, most likely, just because he's so natural at everything that he does. And he's always really, really gifted at what he does. And he's extremely passionate. But when Zach turns something off, he forgets about it and he is on to the next thing. But yeah, there's a little bit of sibling rivalry in there. And it's more from me just because I see Zach just flourish at everything that he does. And it's just everything comes natural to him. Zach beat me, but in my defense, I had a lot of distractions. Reese was wanting to shoot.
A lot of distractions.
Lou was dehydrated. Lou
Are those
drink.
excuses common, Zach?
Yeah, you can't ever beat Andy and not have an excuse.
So Zach
Danny
won
Shelby.
4 to 2.5.
4 to
I got a
2.
bird down over there. It's too thick, and I don't feel like working him. It's too hot. So we'll
4 to
say it's 4 to 2.
Or we could say the one that I shot that you claimed.
Which one?
Yeah, exactly. The one I knocked feathers out of that Lou went and got in the pond.
I killed him.
Oh, okay.
4 to 2.
So what's the real score, Zach?
I think it's 5-1, but we'll let Andy have it.
I thought that one bird they both shot.
Oh my God.
Exactly.
I'm like-
changing her story.
No, I thought that the whole time. That one bird, I think y'all both shot it. So I thought that one washed out.
And I don't know whose side she's been on the whole time anyway, because I shot a bird that she gave to Zach earlier. So
So you can't call me biased. I gave you a bird.
she's Sweden.
I'm being fair.
This all started with two brothers out here. They had a dream to start a hunting lodge, and it's transformed into the business that it is today. And then Zach and myself were out here, and we had a younger brother, Payne, that came along later, and we kind of gravitated to a similar passion as Jeff and Tony did, and waterfowl hunting was life for us. And now to see my boys out here 5, 6, 7 days a week, a lot of times, and they're especially Reese. Reese is starting to things are starting to click a little bit more for him. Jameson, he's still got a little bit of time, but yeah, it's Jameson is going to be, he's going to kind of be that reckless soul, and Reese is going to be more structured kind of in the way that I approach things. But yeah, it's a special place out here, and it's a special place to form bonds and brotherly bonds. And I can't wait to watch my boys grow up in a similar environment and kind of see some of the same sibling rivalries that Jeff and Tony have and that Zach and myself have.
Because, there's a chain of people, and first it was Judge, and then it was Dad, and then me and Jameson. That's why I think I'm going to work here.
Whose job do you want when you get older?
Probably Dad's. More of the action.
So you want to guide people. You want to take people on guided hunts.
Yes. Definitely.
And what do you think Jameson would do? What job would Jameson do?
Probably be the boss. He would probably be sitting in that chair going, okay, you're going over there because so-and-so did this and you got to fix it. He'd probably be telling everyone what to do.
Does he tell you what to do?
He tries to. Never succeeds, though.
I'll ask you a question. Did you work in Pennsylvania for the Democrats?
No.
Georgia?
No. Arizona.
I guess that could be a little bit better. That's all right.
Jeff and I are best friends. We do a lot of stuff together, and running a business together, we know what has to be done. We've been in business for a long time, over 30 years, and I know what I need to do, and he knows what he needs to do, and sometimes he'll get the better end of the stick, and sometimes I get the worst end of the stick.
If I won the lottery, I'd take care of him just like he would me. I mean, we're brothers. I mean, outside of my wife and my family, he's the most important person in my life. I mean, I'd do anything for him, and he'd do the same for me. I couldn't have picked a better brother. I mean, I couldn't have. We've both been poor together. One of these days we're gonna be rich together, but we've both been poor together. We've had some hard times and some bad times and things we've went through, just like all families have, but we've been really pretty blessed and pretty lucky, but we're pretty tight together, and I don't know if there's any animosity. And I don't know I can't imagine my life without us being in business together. I really can't. This is a partnership until we die, you know? When this partnership ends is when one of us goes in the ground.
I mean, there's a lot of things that are fun, but my most favorite thing is to jack with Jameson. So I scraped off 2 Oreos, the cream, and I grabbed toothpaste. And I got spicy toothpaste and put it all on the Oreo. And I put it on 2 Oreos, and I didn't put any on mine. We were at my baseball game, and I said, Jameson, here you go. And he said, oh, thank you. And I go, if Dylan comes, hand her this. And she didn't. So I said, Judge, here you go. And he goes, oh, thank you. So I said, but y'all have to both eat it at the same time. And they both ate it at the same time and go, and then I was out on the field, and we came back to bat, and he says, Reese, that was toothpaste.